All right, today we're going to be talking about how to create content for local SEO. Let's get going. Hey everyone, Brian Freeman with Build Media. Today we're going to be looking at how do you actually create content for local SEO. So local SEO is really important if you're a business that offers a service and you are located in a certain city, or you service that city or service cities that surround that city. You want to make sure you're showing up, people are finding you in those cities. And who cares if they find you and they're across the country and you don't offer service over there. So we don't want to build content for maybe like a national search or national keyword. A lot harder to rank for, and we're not going to be doing business with them if they, if they're not in the area that we serve. So super important to create that content that's very local. I want to discuss with you how to do that. And I'm going to show you some examples here of what we've done for a custom home building and remodeling company and how that has worked for us and why people are actually finding us. So I'm going to transition over here. This is a search here, just a general search for permits and fees for custom homes. Okay, this pulls up information. It's a general website, it's a spot here. It's like construction permit costs $500,000 to $200,000 or $2,000. We don't even know what area it's in, and it doesn't pull up. And so you get down here, and I'm actually pulling this. I'm in Idaho right now, so it's trying to give me some local search results. But let me show you something here. If I actually search for this, because in San Diego, okay, so this is like for content in San Diego. If I'm specific about a location that I am working in, and this is the areas that I'm servicing, and this could be certain towns, certain neighborhoods, you would want to build content around this. So if you're listening to this on the podcast, go to YouTube so you can actually see these examples. What I'm showing here will help you follow along. But this one here is permit fees for custom homes in San Diego. Featured snippet is pulling up from content that are created about permits and fees. This is a link to this page. It's going to have an embedded. It's got the information with the embedded YouTube video on here, permits and fees. This is also living here. It's a playlist on our YouTube channel, permits and fees, and you're gonna see it's got 1,000 views. Not a bunch of views, but this is a very, very well-performing piece of content as far as bringing leads. And why is that? So why does this right here bring us a bunch of leads? So the reason is because people that are actually searching are in the area we want to work. And they're also searching for the information about trying to solve their problem. So they already know their problem, where they know they want to build a house. They're starting to go down the path of what does it cost, what to end up building something, and then they're starting to look in design. So we have other things on design and permits and fees and costs, all those things that are in the process of deciding to build a home. We're creating content for that, but we're creating it very specific to the cities we're working in. So we're trying to find content that would be, and let me show you another example of this. So over here, these are other options like plans and design for those areas, permits and fees, the site costs, what do they cost for wells, what do they cost for certain things in this area, the building costs, and what affects the price per square foot in those buildings. And you can see this is prices for San Diego County, so very specific. So this could be anything for any type of business, right? That's very specific to your location. So you always want to have the city, you always want to have even the state in there, in the information that you're creating. So trying to answer questions for local people so they know it's very location specific. So one of the things for builders that is like I say, you're an ADU builder or something like you're remodeling, whatever, but you're looking at setbacks for an area. Like there's some areas have certain setbacks in certain building departments. So trying to find like an area like say Poway, California, or another area that you're building in. Setbacks for ADUs in this area, 0 lot line it could be like a side yards or 10 feet, 4 feet, whatever it might be. You're going to build that content out and answer those questions. And then you're going to make sure those cities are in your blog post. So when you're doing a blog post like this, you're going to put that information down in here, and you're going to have the cities, and make sure you have these in here. And you're answering, you're putting those internal links and external links and linking to other pieces of content. Like I would link over to other content about the permits and fees, or about building costs, whatever, on here. And these are all going to start pulling up from a local standpoint. And the thing about it is you get way less views. So on anything, like you look in here, you don't need the views that are on these, like a ton of views. This is 1,000, 463, 338, 288, 376. These are not a lot, but they're high intent. These people are serious about what they want to do, and this creates a lot of results in a lot of business that comes from this. Whereas you go on some of these other channels, like YouTube channels, like right now we have like there's like 1,012 subscribers or whatever, but this produces over 1,200 raw leads a year. It built for local SEO, not for national SEO. I'm not trying to rank or get a bunch of views to get views. So you're getting specific people to come to you that want to work with you, and that you're going to solve their problem. So there's a great podcast here. I'm going to transition over to this right here, but this is over on Carrot. This is a great video on this. Is Build Your SEO Machine. It just came out here, and we'll put a link to the description in this. So you can see this, but this is this guy here, Nathan, that talked about this. He's talking with Carrot. Now, I've learned a lot from these guys, these Carrot guys, on the marketing, on how to do everything in the real estate space, or real estate investor space and agent space. And he talks about how it's so much easier to go, like the AI is now starting to throw results on a national level. So it's pulling from creators that are creating content, and they're putting information in to these AI search results. So like if I was search here, I'd actually get like an AI search result here on some national information, whereas locally you're not getting that, and it's going to be so much harder for them to get that. And even if they do get that, they're referencing the source, so you're not you're actually getting some exposure from that content you've created. They're referencing, say, Brian from Construction says this or whatever about the pricing on something. So that's something I would recommend if you guys want to listen to something. I checked that out. It's good. They have a podcast too. You can listen to the whole thing on a podcast, and it's great information. So so what you want to do too, one thing I'd recommend is take this thing here and create your content like this strategically, like around the pieces of your business, or like for your service. So whatever your service is, build that out very local for local information, and then create a guide like this, like either a how to buy land guide, and tie a bunch of videos up with it. So all these videos are tied with, you're giving away your videos and your resources. It's a really comprehensive guide that we have to help people buy land. So, and that works really good for builders, because they're obviously got to have land before they can build. So, and then this is the custom only cost guide, and it's got videos in there. But definitely you want to make sure you're creating that local content. Make sure you have cities in all of your content, and very location specific. Don't get hung up on getting a bunch of views, a bunch of visitors to your website. It's just not needed for local businesses, unless you're pivoting out of it and going to some other type of a business model from that. But works really well. So, all right, if you are getting value from this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again in the next video.